Did you know that frozen foods in your fridge might increase the risk of cancer and dementia after the age of 70? While many people think frozen food is safe, convenient, and even healthy, the reality is far more concerning. Doctors have found that a lot of frozen products contain hidden threats that can gradually harm both the brain and body. This video is not about exotic or unusual products. It is about 6 frozen foods that are surprisingly common in American homes. Foods that look harmless, but may be quietly raising your risk of serious disease. Some of these items might even be in your freezer right now, and you may have eaten them without ever thinking twice. The good news is that once you know what they are and why they matter, you can make simple changes that protect your health, extend your independence, and give you more energy to enjoy life. By the end of this video, you will understand how these 6 everyday frozen foods affect the body, why they are especially dangerous after the age of 70, and what you can do instead to stay safe. Stay tuned until the end, because the most surprising frozen food on this list is one you probably thought was healthy, but doctors warn it could be quietly harming you. Now let's get started. Number 1. Frozen berries with added sugar. At first glance, a bag of frozen berries seems like one of the healthiest things you could keep in your freezer. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. They are filled with vitamins, antioxidants, and flavor. But many frozen berry packs, especially the ones with syrups or sweeteners already added, are far from harmless. The hidden sugar and preservatives can quietly fuel inflammation in the body, which is one of the key drivers of both cancer and dementia. Think about 2 women, Linda and Patricia, both 74 years old. Linda buys plain frozen berries with no added sugar and uses them in oatmeal or smoothies. She feels energized, her weight is steady, and her doctor is always impressed with her blood work. Patricia, on the other hand, chooses the sweetened versions because she likes the taste and assumes fruit is always healthy. Over time, the added sugar leads to higher blood pressure, more weight gain around the belly, and more fatigue after meal. What she does not realize is that these added sugars are feeding the very processes in the body that increase cancer risk and accelerate cognitive decline. Your body after 70 is less able to handle sudden spikes in blood sugar, and those changes can directly affect how your brain functions. The good news is that this is an easy fix. Always check the label and choose berries that say unsweetened or no sugar added. If you find that your berries taste bland, add a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few nuts instead of relying on syrup. The natural sweetness of fruit is enough. This small change can protect your brain, reduce inflammation, and still let you enjoy the foods you love without the hidden danger. Pay attention to what is written on that frozen bag, because the difference between plain fruit and sugar-coated fruit may be the difference between protecting your brain and quietly harming it. Number 2. Frozen fish sticks and breaded seafood. For many families, fish sticks or breaded shrimp feel like a quick and easy way to get seafood on the table. They look simple and safe, but beneath that golden coating is a combination of trans fats, additives, and refined oils that can slowly wear down the heart and brain. Take 2 men, Charles and Edward, both in their late 70s. Charles buys plain frozen salmon fillets, seasons them lightly, and bakes them for dinner. His cholesterol levels stay steady, his mind is sharp, and his doctor encourages him to keep doing what he's doing. Edward, however, has relied on frozen fish sticks for years because they are convenient and remind him of meals he once shared with his children. The breading is tasty, but it is also fried in oils that are linked to inflammation and artery damage. Over time, Edward begins to notice that his memory is not as strong as it once was. His blood pressure creeps upward, and his energy fades. What seems like a harmless comfort food is actually raising his risk of both dementia and cancer. The problem is not the fish itself, it is the processing, the frying oils, and the preservatives used to keep it shelf-stable for months. After 70, the body's defenses are not as strong, and every hidden chemical has a bigger impact. The solution is to keep seafood simple. Choose plain frozen fish, add your own seasonings, and cook it in healthy oils. If you want the crunch, coat it lightly with oats or whole grain crumbs at home, where you control the ingredients. Your body and brain will thank you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any video. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3. Microwavable frozen rice bowls. At first, a frozen rice bowl might seem harmless, even convenient. Many older adults keep them in the freezer for nights when cooking feels like too much work. But these bowls are often loaded with sodium, hidden sauces, and flavor enhancers that silently put stress on your heart and brain. Think of 2 women, Dorothy and Helen, both in their early 80s. Dorothy prepares her own simple rice at home, freezing small portions of plain brown rice to reheat later. When she eats, her meals are balanced, her blood pressure stays in a safe range, and her memory remains sharp. Helen, on the other hand, often chooses ready-made frozen rice bowls because she believes they are portion-controlled and practical. What she does not realize is that one bowl can carry nearly an entire day's worth of sodium, plus additives like MSG that may worsen memory issues. Over time, Helen begins to notice that her ankles swell, her sleep is restless, and she struggles with occasional brain fog. The convenience of frozen bowls is costing her more than she ever expected. After 70, your kidneys and cardiovascular system are more sensitive, and too much salt raises the risk of stroke, dementia, and heart disease. The good news is you do not have to give up easy meals. You can cook rice in larger batches, freeze plain servings, and then add fresh vegetables or lean proteins later. This way, you know exactly what is going into your food, and you avoid the dangerous sodium trap. Ask yourself, are the quick meals in your freezer supporting your health, or slowly stealing it away? The choice may be as simple as taking a few extra minutes to prepare your own frozen staples. Number 4. Frozen pies and breakfast pastry. Few things feel more comforting than a warm slice of pie or a flaky pastry with your morning coffee. Many older adults keep frozen pies, turnovers, or breakfast pastries on hand, thinking of them as small treats. But what hides inside these frozen baked goods is a mix of refined carbohydrates, unhealthy oils, and preservatives that can quietly speed up both aging and disease. Imagine 2 men, George and Raymond, both in their... George enjoys baking simple pies at home, using whole grain crusts and fresh fruit. He limits his sugar, uses healthy fats, and shares his treats with friends. Raymond, however, often turns to frozen pastry because they are quick and ready in minutes. What he doesn't realize is that the refined flour spikes his blood sugar, the hydrogenated oils stiffen his arteries, and the preservatives linger in his body, damaging cells over time. Slowly, Raymond finds himself gaining weight around his middle, struggling with sluggish mornings, and facing memory lapses that worry his family. Scientists have long connected diets heavy in refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats to higher risks of cancer and dementia, especially in older adults whose metabolism is already slowing down. But there is a solution. If you crave something sweet, make your own simple treats at home with healthier ingredients, or choose fresh fruit with a dollop of yogurt. Save the frozen pastries for rare occasions, not weekly habits. The comfort you feel from them is temporary, but the damage can last for years. Think carefully about what is in your freezer, because every small choice adds up to either more years of health or more risk of decline. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Frozen soups and stews. A carton or bag of frozen soup can feel like the perfect comfort on a chilly evening. Many seniors keep them in the freezer, believing they are nourishing and gentle on the stomach. But most frozen soups and stews sold in stores are packed with hidden salt, MSG, and stabilizers that slowly chip away at brain health. Consider two women, Alice and Betty, both in their... Alice makes her own chicken and vegetable soup at home, freezes it in small containers, and reheats it when she needs a quick meal. Each bowl is rich with nutrients, low in salt, and satisfying without the chemicals. Betty, however, often buys frozen soups because they seem healthy and save her time. What she doesn't realize is that these soups often contain nearly double the sodium of a homemade version, plus flavor enhancers like MSG that have been linked to memory problems and confusion in older adults. Over time, Betty notices that she feels bloated, her rings fit tighter, and she struggles to recall simple details during conversations. The warm comfort she thought she was getting is slowly costing her clarity and strength. After 70, the body is far more sensitive to sodium and additives, and what once seemed harmless can now accelerate decline. The good news is that soup is one of the easiest meals to prepare in bulk and freeze safely. By making your own with fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and herbs, you gain control over every ingredient. Ask yourself, when you pull that container of soup from your freezer, is it truly nourishing you, or is it quietly adding stress to your heart and brain? By choosing the first option, you protect not just your health today, but also the memories and independence you want to keep tomorrow. Number 6. Frozen smoothies and health shakes. When people see frozen smoothie packs or pre-made health shakes, they often assume these are the perfect shortcut to nutrition. After all, the packaging shows fruits, vegetables, and promises of energy, but many of these frozen products are far from natural. They often contain artificial sweeteners, emulsifiers, and thickeners that quietly disrupt the gut and in turn the brain. Picture two men, Thomas and Harold, both in their early 80s. Thomas buys plain frozen fruit, blends it with spinach and yogurt, and enjoys a simple fresh smoothie. His digestion stays steady, his weight remains healthy, and he feels mentally sharp. Harold, on the other hand, picks up branded frozen smoothie packs, convinced that the marketing means they are the healthier option. Over time, the artificial sweeteners upset his digestion, the emulsifiers alter his gut bacteria, and slowly, his memory and mood begin to change. What he does not realize is that the gut and brain are deeply connected, and when one is out of balance, the other suffers. Doctors are now warning that these additives, though small in dose, add up when consumed regularly, especially in seniors. Instead of relying on pre-made packs, choose whole ingredients and make your own combinations at home. It takes only a few minutes, and you control exactly what goes into your body. Your brain depends on that care. Ask yourself, are those frozen shakes really giving you life or quietly taking it away? The choice is in your hands, and every step toward natural, unprocessed foods is a step toward protecting your memory and independence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot. It helps us continue creating content that informs, inspires, and truly adds value to your life. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. You've now discovered 6 frozen foods that most people never suspect could raise the risk of cancer and dementia. After 7, it's time to take a closer look at your own freezer. Ask yourself, are you storing items that look harmless, but might be silently harming your health? Surprisingly, it's often the most ordinary foods, things like sweetened berries, breaded fish, ready-to-eat rice bowls, pastries, soups, and even those quick smoothie packs that slowly chip away at your health over time. The encouraging part is this: your health and future are not set in stone. You still have the power to make choices that protect your brain and body. By making simple swaps, choosing plain, unsweetened versions, avoiding unnecessary additives, and preparing meals at home, you regain control over what goes into your body. These decisions protect your walking speed, your memory, and your independence. Every meal you choose wisely is a step toward keeping your strength and clarity intact. Think of it this way: your freezer can either be your greatest ally or your hidden enemy. The difference lies in what you decide to put inside. If you've recognized some of these foods in your own freezer, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Change doesn't need to happen overnight. Start with one small shift. Replace sweetened berries with plain frozen ones. Swap processed fish sticks for clean, simple fillets. Trade those pre-made rice bowls for your own frozen rice portions. Every little change adds up, creating a future where you feel sharper, healthier, and more in control of your own life. Remember, longevity isn't just about adding years, it's about adding quality to those years. Protecting your brain and your body means staying independent longer, enjoying meaningful time with family, and living with dignity and confidence. And the truth is, you are never too old to start making better choices. The power is in your hands, and the best time to begin is right now. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your own life. Your thoughts matter to us, and reading your experiences gives us motivation and encouragement to keep creating videos that truly help you. If you found this video valuable, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your support allows us to continue bringing you reliable and inspiring content week after week. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Take care of your health, take care of your future, and we'll see you again in the next video.